Yes, this is Charlotte Almarie, a French woman on the podcast Oui Oui Baguette. I smoke cigarette. With me is Clara. I don't know Clara's last name.
I haven't come up with it yet.
It's just Clara, like Gaga or Donkey. If you keep making faces, I will dip the camera down. You will not be happy of such things. We are currently watching a, how you say, cut and thrust bout between Revna and Joseph Leveson. I don't know if Revna has a last name. Jorgensen. Yes. Cut and thrust involves more armor, so they don't actually hurt themselves. But this current bout is fought in a non-official SAA status, hence the legs on Joseph. Clara, do you know if the orange pants were made by you or of Revna?
I think they were just acquired.
They are nice and flowy. I don't know the type of swords, but they each have one sword. Together that makes boo swords. Oh, I can zoom. Look at me go. Oh. Danelle's little guy does not like me. It is not the best video stand. I will hold it with my two hands, just like how there are two swords. This is not a very good French accent, but no one cares. That is the answer to that. Oh, I think it is long sword because the swords are long. Or at least Revna's is, because she is holding it with two hands. And Joseph is only using one hand. He has told me what that sword is many a time, but I do not remember. I was drunk on baguettes and wine last night. Minus the baguettes. It is now time to play Charlotte's favorite game. If this fight were to be green screened, what would it best look like? For those that don't know what green screen is, I cannot help you. I think this fight in particular would look excellent because of the Viking helmet and the Spaceballs helmet in space. I think it would be cool that the Viking got time traveled some way somehow and thinks they are in Valhalla but must pass a test against the Spaceballs man to pass into Valhalla and must defeat him to do so. Meanwhile, he lives in space and thinks this Viking is nuts and will just kill the Viking. Because what else are you going to do on Mars on a Saturday? They both are wearing the yellow shirt though, so maybe they are distant relatives in some parallel. I'm interested to see what Revna does because Revna is left-handed. This is not a French accent. I think it is more Russian. I don't know any good people to watch to gain a French accent, but now you will suffer through it. This is going to be voted the worst episode of Cock Talk because it's just me talking the whole time. And even my mother wouldn't want that. If you hear Snickers in the background, we have a couple of new people testing out not this that you see, this mess, but the regular fencing. They learned a lot today and did a lot of things. They deserve a rest, and now they will watch us fight for their entertainment. Warrior style. Claire is learning to make music, like the bard she is. She calls that song Hot Tin Roof because we call this one The Dark Days of COVID. It's the only historical event we've lived through, if you think about it. Actually, I guess technically 9/11, but we were too young to know what the heck was going on. But, you know, never forgotten. That's right, there's no joke here. It was a serious event, so get over it. You don't get. Oh! Remnant is using the uncouth language.
No idea. You definitely hit here and then pulled out, so yours was good. No idea.
It's fascinating that only their arms and their head have the armor. Like, the backyard rules of what you can wear do not apply to the body, the biggest mass on any person. Fascinating. Oh, that was a cool little footstep going on there. I don't want to do the other segment because I was told I should not, so I won't. What is that segment? You'll never know. But that's part of life, some unknowns.
You got it in the arm. Yeah. I think you got it first.
Probably.
Yeah, I'll take it.
My arm.
There is a lot of momentum that goes into cut and thrust. But there's still also the classic poking.
Huh? Okay.
The Viking cannot actually accurately speak Spanish per historical, but this one has somehow picked it up, probably being a time-traveling Viking. See, everyone can learn Spanish,
Maybe. Flat, I think.
but not everyone can learn French, including myself.
Mine first, right? Thanks. A bunch of other areas as well. Longswords were the first kind of dueling
Welcome
weapon
back.
in the official sense of the word. It wasn't super.
We're learning about
war.
the
It
sword.
could be. It sort of was used that way. But longswords were primarily used for tournament fighting. So that's what these two guys have here.
Donnell is very new
Longswords
to the
are
longsword.
distinct from great swords by having a shorter handle and a shorter blade. Longswords are also the classic great sword that you always see on TV. An actual great sword would be about 2 to 2.5 meters and have a much longer handle, because the idea is that it was supposed to reach out and clear a large amount of space. Longswords were actually one of the, or not longswords, great swords were one of the first riot weapons. Were actually employed more on civilian populations than on the battlefield.
Bigot.
Riot cops. They were also used in later period fighting on pike formations. But even then, most people tended to prefer the longsword to that. So. Eventually, longswords would begin to become phased out, as it's a lot slower to use two hands to move a sword than it is to use one hand, especially as complex hilts started to become in fashion, which are more protective hand coverings. You saw the longsword start to phase out in favor of faster, more nimble, single-handed swords, and eventually the rapier, which would evolve into the small sword and then the foil, and into modern fencing.
I don't know all the things, Donnell. You scullery maiden, motherfucker. And no, don't cut that out. She knows what she's done. There are good and bad types of French. Oh, she is bad. She better not be trying to
How many
flip
of you
me
like
off in
anime?
that glove.
All of you. It's got to be all of you. I'm sorry. It's a precursor for the club. Well, you know how in like shonen they scream out their special moves before they do it? That happened all the time in longsword as well. All the longsword guards have fun little names like the plow or the boar's tooth or the serpent's guard, you know, all this edgy stuff. The Italians made everything way lamer. They started just going 1, 2, 3, 4 for all their different positions. But reading longsword manuals is fun because they'll be like, yes, and then you go from the plow to the ox, and eventually you become the lady and deliver an oberhow to their cranium to win the fight.
You
And
must
really
become
all
lady
it's
to
describing
deliver.
is you go from
Hit
here
to the
to
head.
here to here to cut. But they make it sound way cooler.
I'm like, I know how to do this. Sword. I know a sword. Sword, good. Arm. That was not the most graceful. Good. Come on, leg.
Oh no,
Yeah,
but
keep going down instead of parrying.
The
Like,
King's
you're like,
Guard,
go for my head, you
Danelle.
hit me, I'm like, "Oh,
Remember the King's Guard.
no!
You don't?
Oh, yeah.
The crown.
The nun is
Remember the
showing a
crown.
lot of skin.
Viking versus the nun.
What'd you say?
That was good.
The Viking versus the nun.
Yeah,
That was good, right?
That is a very apt description of what's happening here.
we played Where Would This Fight Be Best?
A Viking versus a nun? That's solid 1200s England right there.
Yeah, I'm like, that happened all the time.
Usually it was monks, fortunately. But
We're doing a
unfortunately,
gender swap.
I'm sure the nuns were involved most times as well.
They weren't going down. Oh, ow. Sound painful.
That's why we wear hard hands in longsword. Getting hit in the hand sucks. I don't know about you guys, but I need these for my job, so.
I thought we agreed that hands weren't good.
Oh,
No, hands are great.
conspiracy.
Arms are terrible.
Keep the hands and attach them to the top.
I thought we were getting rid of all of it.
There's a divide in the party.
Now, can you imagine if I'm just running around, hand up here, like,
T-Rex?
yep, exactly. That's all you need. You do it like a dog. You just stick your face in a bowl. Or yeah, you'd bend over and grab it and go. Be fantastic. You can only ever do the small bottles, unfortunately.
Maybe it would boost environment awareness.
Wait, how do you fill up the water bottles?
Let the rains come down.
You know, I bet you'd get really good at doing stuff with your feet.
The teacup.
Actually-
The teacup. You'd pick up a little kettle and you just turn your whole body over.
I don't think I got you.
I met a woman with
That's
no
the
arms.
real
She
reason
did pretty
we've
good.
We've been practicing the lean.
It's true.
Yeah.
When you don't have arms, you gotta make do.
Ah, good hand. Good arm. Thank you. You're a good person to have first problem.
They hug, but the Vikings will go extinct.
Alright, this is Patrick and Danelle fighting cut and thrust. Danelle is using a longsword, and Patrick is using his normal basket hilt because he can't protect his hand because he's a little bitch. Danelle doesn't know what she's doing. They're standing there. This is a really heated fight. There's a lot of action right now. Oh my gosh, he's on guard. This is crazy. They're fighting now. What do we think of this? Who's gonna kill each other first? Oh, he's doing his weird guard. Look how high it is. That was a hand. That's why we wear gauntlets. So you don't get bonked in the hand. Oh, get him, get him. Oh, what the fuck? What the hell? This is awful. This is terrible. That was not good. That was not very peer-like of Patrick. Have we rated Danelle's ass?
No.
Alright, so. Danelle is wearing leggings.
I think that deserves an extra point or two.
Honestly, it gives it some good shape. What do we think?
I'm gonna give it a 7.
It's out of 5.
Oh, 4.
7 out of 5 for Danelle's ass. 7 out of 5 feathers from Claire. That is the highest rating yet on Cock Talk.
4 out of 5 feathers.
That is an unprecedented rating on Cock Talk.
I think her green pants are cooler than she has made.
This is true. The pants don't have a lot of style, but they are really tight.
They are really tight.
I will say that. Yeah, I think that's a solid 4 out of 5 feathers.
It's a 4 out of 5 feathers.
That's good pant choice. Patrick?
Don't look over it. No, cut that out.
Yeah, the pants are really making it for Danelle. I might even do like a 4.2
Cut a few.
feathers. That's like 4 feathers and then a little bit of the little.
Sprinkle a little bit on.
What are the little things on the feathers called? The little prickles? Are any of you NROS majors? Where's Nick when we need him? Nick would know. Oh, that's true. Anyway, I rated a 4.2 feathers, 4 feathers and a couple of the little bits on it.
Little bits on feathers is called.
Ugh. Patrick is still not showing his ass. I'm starting to get really disappointed in him because he
Helpful and heavy.
heavy. What?
That low guard that he was doing.
Guys, apparently this is heavy combat.
He's not gonna have enough momentum.
Well, it does work. Oh. Patrick's ass has not been looking good, Alexis. He started the segment.
He's using his new footwork.
So it's making his ass small?
That's what happens when you take the roids.
When you start doing epee, your ass shrinks. Fun fact.
I like his.
It wood booty. It is not looking too great, even as he turns toward us. It might be the pant selection. With the shirt, it's kind of, I can't really see the ass.
It's a hot day. He's trying to look super fat.
Look, there's nothing back there. He's got no junk in that trunk. It's an empty trunk with no junk in it. A clean car. I would have to rate it. I think it's going down, Alexis. I'm sorry. It's going to be a half of a feather out of 5.
Yeah, good draw. Nice.
Yeah, draw.
If he keeps it up at this rate, he's going to have 0 feathers. That would be unprecedented on the pod. So purely based off the asses, Danelle has won this by a long shot. What?
A lot of wasps and hornets.
There are a lot of wasps over here. Stay safe, everyone.
Also, there's a spider stalking. Oh God.
Oh, that's not good.
Disappeared for now.
We have a few guests on the pod today. we have some new people. Hi, new people.
Hello, old person.
Oh, goddamn!
You get.
Goddamn! They obviously have not met Grandpapa Tomas yet, who is actually ancient. He just got his hip replaced. That's how you know how ancient he is. He's basically a dinosaur. Maybe a relic even.
Truly period.
I love you, Grandpapa. He is very period. He might have even been alive.
Nice, good.
That is,
She defeated
yes.
Viking, which now she becomes a time traveler.
This is the nun in
Like
space.
Doctor Who, you just
It's Doctor
swap
Who.
it out.
Or like the Highlander.
Were there nuns in Doctor Who at any point?
Yes. I don't know.
Alright, this is basically an episode of Doctor Who. Who won? Oh, that means Donnell lost. But Donnell won the ass, but is losing the nun space because Doctor Who always wins. Cat nuns?
Cat nuns.
In Doctor Who?
Yeah. The nun
Wait.
gained their armor.
So Donnell is cat nuns.
I am not. People just give me cats. That's the problem.
But you keep them.
I am taking care of this one because it's sick.
It is sick.
Yeah, this cat
It's a
is sick.
cat.
This cat
It's
has.
falling out of its butt.
Yeah. This cat
It
can't
will
stop
be
shitting.
Okay in the end.
His ass is falling out of his rectum.
Oh.
He needs some stitching.
It is a very cute cat, though. If anyone is interested in a cat whose ass is falling out of its rectum, leave a comment below, and you can
You can adopt old Leaky.
adopt. Is that his name?
That's my
Leaky.
nickname for
We should name him Leaky.
His name is Reggie currently.
Reggie. I'm gonna call him Leaky. If anyone wants to adopt Leaky, I will put a picture.
Adopt it.
My storage is low.
I have to pay
That's not
$30
good.
extra for rent if I get another cat.
Oh,
I need to know if I like this cat.
Leaky.
I think you got
Yeah,
this.
old Leaky.
Oh, Leaky.
Kind of like poked around.
You want the Leaky
I
more
heard
Leaky?
something.
The Leaky is very cute. I will put a picture of Leaky
Leaky is 6 months
It's one of
old.
those things where
at
it's
the
like-
end of the episode.
He can't get spayed and neutered yet,
Yeah.
and he needs to get shot so he doesn't get my chance.
Oh, Leaky has some issues, but we're working on it.
Good on.
Young cat.
He is very young. He's very cute.
Yup, just, a wham bam.
Well,
combo.
Leaky,
Wheeling actions.
Leaky will be okay. My storage will not be okay, so we're taking a break. And the pod's back on, and I have storage again. Oh, the cat nun is trying. Oh, my device is too hot. My device is too hot now.
Oh, that's not very whole.
Oh no, she's going to hell with her cats. Oh no, oh my god, this is chaos. What is happening?
That is the wrong way.
Please note this is not an official practice of anything.
ANS.
Arts and science, arts and science.
As your minister of arts and sciences, it doesn't count.
We're not in your region.
Yeah, suck it.
So, I'm the ANS boss of you.
I don't think we have an ANS person here. If you're interested in being an ANS person here
You do, not me at the school, but
in Falcons Keep,
yeah.
I
you
don't-
do. That's one of the, okay.
I don't know if we do. I don't think we do. I'll check.
It's like some required officers, and that might be one of them.
Just fight it. We're
Keep killing each other.
Just go.
Kill.
I want to fight people.
Okay.
We don't care about politics. We want to see some bloodshed.
Yeah. Save your
They're doing
debates
3
for
more.
some-
I think Danelle's gonna win 2. Patrick's gonna win none. That math makes a lot of sense, right?
Quinlan, she seems to have like
There's 1 for
cat
Danelle
nuns.
so
We just
far.
call
I
it
am right. What? Pussy?
Pussy nun.
Danelle is pussy non. We're gonna put that on a shirt for Danelle.
I already made her a shirt that says Medusa's bitches, so it's
Today.
on brand.
Oh, that was not very pussy slay nun. That was actually tragic.
It's definitely a true.
Destroyed.
That was kind of devastating, actually. Oh,
Oh my gosh. Ah!
oh my God, that was very unholy. That,
And he's dead.
we're done.
All right, we're rolling. Alexis taking up the frame. Danelle right here. Welcome to the continuation of Cock Talk episode 3, Electric Cockaloo. Since I appear to be coming up with the names now. That's Quinn. What? What? Oh, rebellion amongst executive producer Quinn. Claire's over here.
If you edit it,
Give us a little wave.
that's
Nice.
the rule.
Nice. Excellent. This is a Danelle right here. Sweaty and sitting in the sun. And now we're rolling on
Oh, I should wear my big hat.
the fight.
Shit.
All right, we got a fight here of Charlotte Almery versus Revna Jorgensen, student of Leona Talbot versus student of Morgan O'Malley. They are going to be fighting for our entertainment and our derision today. Ooh, excellent shot right out of the gate. Revna coming in hot. Charlotte not quite ready for it. Now amped and ready to go. I hope you enjoyed that long second of silence because it was the only second of silence that we're going to have on this episode today. Janelle, how are your feelings on this fight? How are you feeling?
I'm feeling all right.
You feeling okay?
Yeah, I think both of them are a little bit cold, but...
A little bit cold.
Yeah, well, they both were sitting around for a
An
while.
ironic choice of words considering it's about 87 degrees right now.
Well, okay, figuratively cold.
They are a bit melty, a bit frozen, but they will thaw quickly.
They are cold like ice cream on a hot day.
Cold like ice cream on a hot day.
Slowly turning into puddles.
Ooh, slowly turning into puddles. You know, when I was younger, right? When my ice
2
cream,
weeks ago?
when my ice cream would melt, right? If I didn't get it in a cone and I got it into a dish, I would not want it anymore. And I had this friend who was an absolute maniac. And you know what he would do? He would take a straw and drink it. And he told me once that it was basically just milk. And I think about that sometimes. I think about that a lot.
He was correct.
It is basically just cold milk, isn't it? That's what ice cream is.
I didn't put a straw in it. I would put it in a bowl and just drink straight from the bowl.
Oh my God. You used to drink thawed ice cream?
Yeah, straight from the bowl.
That's insane.
Listen, waste not, want not.
Waste not, want not. No truer words today, especially when all I see out there are wasted tempos.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, chiming in already from Revna over there, telling the commentator to shut the fuck up. That is our executive producer, folks.
She's gonna edit this out, you know.
Yellow gloves, yellow gloves, hands full of shame. Revna blasting through Alexis with the speed of 1,000 suns.
Oh, I see what's happening here. It's just completely fucking falling apart.
Quick reminder that we're not trying to actually murder her.
Oh, and it snapped.
We are in beautiful sunny sports field here today with nothing but green grass and a parking lot directly behind me, full of cars.
Yeah, see, we should have done this when the kite guy was here.
When the kite guy was here.
Yeah.
That kite was super cool.
It was.
Unironically.
And then while we're waiting for an unwasted tempo, we can look at kites.
That's true. Oh man, I wish that kite guy had stuck around. You know, kites always fascinated me as a kid. I had one or two, but I could never get them off the ground. And I didn't know if it was operator error. I mean, I tried to get my parents to help me, but they couldn't do it either. Maybe we just didn't live in a windy enough area, you know?
That's possible.
Oh, kites are so cool, though, honestly. You just fly them around. Like, that's got to be some of the most fun thing you can do.
Like, Kenosha, not the best city in the world to live in, but they do have a kite festival that's pretty damn cool.
Oh, Kenosha. I wonder if we're close to that particular area of the world.
We are not.
Damn, you're right. Kenosha, made famous from, well, okay, hold on. We're not a politics podcast. We are a fencing podcast, folks. We do not want to delve too deeply into the political sphere. And it looks like our two yahoos here are done, and this ends this segment of Cock.
All right. It's a new it's a new section of Cock Talk. This is Danelle, your hostess with the mostest.
Yeah.
By mostest, we mean what? Hopefully I will be joined in audio, but probably not. We have Joseph and Revna fighting Buckler v. Buckler with tiny potato chip Buckler versus bigger potato chip Buckler.
It's going to meet its maker.
And neither of them have spray painted it yellow and put glitter on it yet, so they look like actual potato chips.
That would be a good idea.
I keep saying I want to do that, and everyone's like, that's a stupid idea. I'm like, I'm going to be the first one to do that, and you can't stop me.
I think sand would be better than glitter.
That's true. The sand would be nice.
But the sparkle would be effective.
Yeah, I think you want a little bit of sparkle, not like a lot.
Distracting people.
Actually, no, what you do is you just have a I'm not going to comment on the fighting. We're just going to talk about potato chip bucklers now.
And
Is if you put like a clear top coat on it, because over the sand, because then you get the glitter, you get the effect without the glitter.
yeah.
Because you need a little of that shine for the grease.
Yeah.
That was Claire, who has great ideas. When asked the correct questions. Like,
Paint like a hyper realistic. What are those square squiggly chips?
yeah. Oh,
Like the cheese ones.
yes. Yes. Actually, you know what would be really funny is to show up to like some big event and just everyone in your melee crew have a buckler that looks like a different bit of food.
That's you could do head of lettuce.
Like, yeah, exactly. And I feel like you could also, like, I have a pizza pan that's a buckler. You could just paint pizza on it. Same difference. Revna Jorgensen showing us that she's got the paperwork that says she's a lady, regardless of behavior. Heck yeah, me too. And therefore, no one can judge me.
They're doing their bardic.
Oh, they're doing bardic now. Try ANS and stab each other.
Gosh, that's annoying. But then it's kind of syncing up in a weird way.
I do enjoy that different parts of the buckler have different tones. Maybe that's something someone should look into for like Christmas or something.
You know those?
A holiday event instead of bells.
You know those metal drums that have the different notes?
Oh yeah, yeah. I
forget what they're called.
Ooh, 12th night. Everyone shows up with a buckler that makes a tuned buckler. What do you need to fight in this melee? A tuned buckler. What does that mean? Figure it out. Yeah. Well, you'd want to assign at least like a couple of notes. Like, at least assign like, here we need you to do this scale, and then assume that everyone's going to do a slightly different octave or a slightly different tone to it. It's still good. It's going to sound awful, but you know. And that's called the double tap, kids. It's Zombieland rules out here. First you don't succeed, try again.
I got that.
And keep trying. Yeah, but the movie's good. And also Zombieland rules are basically like really good fighting rules in general.
I don't think Emma would have gotten with him.
Oh, heck no. Yeah, that's
Emma can be such a bubbly, like energetic person, and in that movie she is not.
no.
And it throws me.
It makes me kind of happy. I'm like, oh look, range. You too can be grumpy. Well, next chair I'm gonna get is gonna have a mesh butt on it because this is real nice. I'm not gonna lie.
I love this chair.
It's gonna take a bit before I get another chair though.
I feel like I'm fucking up my chair though. I don't mean to.
You're bad at chair.
Like it dips right here.
Oh, that's probably just. No, it dips on this one too. So I think it's just a design error because it's just a design thing because you need to fold it.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have a weak point where it folds.
As long as it stays up, that's.
So, do we have any commentary on the actual fighting?
I still don't know enough about fighting to comment on
Yeah,
fighting.
then I'll teach us.
Oh God. No, now you've given me responsibility.
That you did sign it.
I didn't sign up for this. I didn't even listen.
I also can't remember the names of anything.
Okay.
So like the moves that have names?
Yeah.
No idea.
You can just say it that thing where they do the thing.
Yep.
And this is why people do finger swords all the time.
I'm very bad at catching on a bug. So I'm trying to pay attention to it, but it's still, I think I just need more time behind it to get it.
Yeah.
Has to hit pretty central at some point, though.
Yeah, he's got his central line opened up, but he's covering it enough. Revna's doing a pretty good job, but it looks like she might be dropping her guard.
Yeah, I think
Once she makes her first shot. Once she makes her shot,
like
she
right
drops her
there.
guard. Yeah. So, like, it's fine, and then it's not fine.
Right there, no good.
Yeah. Because now it's just, like, it's just a scoop going straight towards the center line. Straight towards, down the middle. Yep, like that. It's just a water slide straight to our dear Revna's chest.
Which maybe it's, I don't know, maybe it's part of her bait.
I mean, I think
is
so.
snapping it back.
She is snapping back pretty quick. But also, like, because when Joseph gets her, it's on the riposte. I mean, he also gets her generally, but it's also on the riposte, which means that, like, yeah.
Means she has maybe one action in mind.
Or alternative, or even if she has multiple actions in mind, she's not keeping the buckler in a position to defend while she's getting back into position for that next, while she's moving into that next move. Yeah, so now we're actually talking about sword fighting. And I almost dropped the phone, so A plus self. I did it, your phone's fine. Yay! And that ends this educational segment of Cock Talk.
We are back on this episode, this segment of Cock Talk. Quinn is gearing up to fight someone, not me. Danielle. Gearing up to fight Danielle.
Yep, that's how you pronounce my name.
What are we fighting with?
I was gonna bring a rapier and a dagger, because I like daggers.
Me too.
They have decided to fight rapier dagger, their best styles against each other.
Because we like daggers.
Ain't nothing wrong with a little prison shanking on a Thursday afternoon.
It's
It's a Sunday. Saturday, Jesus Christ.
It's a
No, ain't nothing wrong with not knowing what day it is on a Thursday afternoon.
Alright, Patrick.
It's a day that ends
You
in
need to
Y.
come up with a new segment.
A new segment.
Yeah.
Is the pod ready for a new segment?
It's ready.
Is the pod ready for a new segment?
The segment's called
We-
What Day Is It?
You know, we should have a segment of the show called Hyper Focus, where we go back and we slow down the fencing, we slow-mo it, and then we have voiceover afterwards. It's a little post-production magic.
It seems like a lot of effort.
That does seem like a lot of effort for an executive producer, doesn't it?
Wow, it seems almost like
I love you, Quinn. Love you so much. You're one of my favorite people to antagonize. I'm sure you feel the same way, Claire. Oh, yeah. I always say half of being in a healthy relationship is torturing the person you're with. Obviously. Definitely a sign of a healthy and stable relationship. Speaking of healthy and stable, my attention span right now paying attention to these two yahoos fighting.
There we go.
They're doing rapier dagger. We've got a Sibylla de Orange versus a Revna Jorgensen, both members of the Black Isle Academy of Defense, and therefore precluded to the ass rating portion of the podcast. We have rated Quinn in the past. I am unsure if we have ever rated Sibylla. Do you know?
We did this podcast.
We did? We did? Oh. All right.
4.2.
4.2. I provide no comment.
Quinlan gets a 5.
Quinlan gets a 5, coming from the most biased judge on this panel right now. Quinlan was previously assessed as a 3 by our other panel of judges, if I remember correctly.
Who was this panel?
I believe that panel was co-host Lizzie, co-host Patrick, and that was it at that point in time, I believe.
Was Ben not it?
No, I believe Ben was a subject of that video at that time. That was back in episode 1. We will, however, not be keeping a running tally, and everyone is subject to a new rating during each segment of the pod. Oh. We've got a flat tire out on the field. Pit crew's working tirelessly to make sure that Revna is able to vroom vroom that engine back together. Danelle wasting precious time she could be using to stab Revna in the mask, sitting there instead, glaring at the cameraman, as if that's going to change anything that he's saying or doing.
I know, it won't.
You can't tell, but the cameraman is avoiding eye contact because he does not wish to be making eye contact with a scary woman like Danelle at this point in time.
You're just scared I'm going to actually turn you into stone.
You know, if there was one person in my life that I would typecast as Medusa, it would in fact be Sibylla over there. However, thankfully, Greek myths are myths. Except for that one about the whirlpool, that's actually real, but that's actually not a person, like it was stated to be in Odysseus. Odysseus, my favorite Greek myth. How about you, Claire? What's your favorite Greek myth? You did not like the Odyssey? You did not like the Iliad? I'm going to keep going down the list until you tell me that you liked one of them. What about Pericles?
I did read the Odyssey.
You did read the Odyssey. You didn't like it. Ooh. What part of the Odyssey did you like the least? Let's start there.
I did not like the Cyclops part.
You didn't like the Cyclops part, really? Why did you not like the Cyclops part of the Odyssey?
I don't know. I just didn't like it.
You just didn't like it? That's one of my favorite parts of the Odyssey, so we are 0 for 0 on agreeing with each other on anything at this point in time. Claire and I appear to be polar opposites on every type of thing that comes to opinion. My least favorite part was when he, what was it, Sari? When he ends up on her island. They painted Odysseus to be this kind of like family guy, trying to go back to, Family Guy, Peter Griffin, trying to go back to his wife and family and child, and they show them diligently waiting for him, and then he goes off and sleeps with some witch. Shit was wild. He also gets his men killed. Not a very good leader, but I respect the cleverness, and I don't know, Odysseus seems kind of cool. Except for the whole cheating on his wife part. Still can't get over that. But who am I to subject my modern morals to Greek myths that probably weren't even real in the first place?
Did she ever find out that he cheated on her?
I have no idea. I'm trying to remember. I thought for sure, or there was like Temptations. I think it depends on the type of myth that you read. I'd have to go back into my copy and check. Danelle busting a move, almost starting to do some Olympic breakdancing there at the end, but caught herself at the last moment. There we go. We're doing bunny hops now. Everyone's very excited. Come on, you gotta flop like a fish. Otherwise, it's not true Australian breakdancing.
I like narcissism.
Alexis, a narcissist, a fan of Narcissus. Who would have guessed? Love you.
Also, you can say
Oh, yeah. I love you. It's a joke. Alexis spitting on her hand before clasping it in mine, lovingly, tenderly. Little does she know that is my left hand, my hand I use for uncouth activities. So who's really the winner now?
still not.
Back in the day, the left hand was referred to as the sinister hand, because Latin, sinister means left, and a lot of people carried some kind of moral ambiguity with their left hand, and would often use their left hand for unsavory activities such as wiping and other things. That is the root of that joke, but it appears that these people didn't understand the root of that joke, so our cameraman here had to explain it to them to avoid a misunderstanding. There's a bee on my knee. What a time to be alive.
Bee's knees.
The bee's knees. Alexis Haas with a zinger from 2004, hitting me with the bee's knees. Our bee friend is now left, and we are back focused on the fight.
Too bad they couldn't make
I think my favorite part of this segment is we've just got Claire's big old noggin hovering in the bottom right-hand corner of most of these shots. Mainly saying it just to make her feel a little self-conscious about it. And now she's crying, folks. We got real tears on the field. I'm mean? You told me you were going to turn me into ground beef.
You told me you were going to turn me into ground beef.
I asked if you would preferred, if you were going to be eaten by cannibals, to be made into ground beef. And you said you were going to turn me into ground beef.
No, I said, would you like to be ground beef?
That is fair. And I believe I answered no. I would rather be cut into New York strips. I would rather be butchered properly, you know, like hung on one of those meat things, those like hooks.
My question is kind of like, are you alive while it's happening, or are you dead?
I mean, you have to drain it of blood first, so I assume I'm getting killed, like with a stun gun, right? Well, a pneumatic gun. It's basically like a, yeah, bolt gun, I believe is what it's called, now that I think about it. So I assume I'd get bolt gunned, hung up, drained of blood, and then butchered. And I would like to be butchered appropriately, not just ground up into McDonald's chicken nuggets. There's a cricket on the Spaceballs helmet, much more interesting than our current fighting right now. Look at that little cricket on my helmet right there. That's crazy. Wow. Nature is beautiful. Life finds a way.
Don't forget the cheese.
Wow. That's insane. Look at that cricket.
He's decided that he wants to tape a cricket.
Look, everyone.
Become a nature doctor.
There are very few things in this world that we can do that are as beautiful as appreciating what we've got on this world. All right, back to watching these two yahoos try to kill each other in a pretend game of murder science. I often wonder if people have philosophical musings while they fence and they just don't remember them afterwards because of the haze of adrenaline. I often think how ironic it is that fencing is just a struggle between two people going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and that even if you beat your opponent, there's always another one lining up. That keeps me up at night. What about you, Claire? Does that keep you up at night too?
No.
All right, you heard it here first, folks. Claire does not think about philosophical quandaries as much as the cameraman. Perhaps not at all. Almost like the ebb and flow of the ocean, the everlasting tides. Maybe all of human history represented right here with our two fighters. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Left and right, forward and back, forward and back. There is significance here that will only be found by people smarter than I. And unfortunately, I am the smartest person here, so it might take us a while.
Yeah, that was good.
You guys are letting me monologue. I'm by myself up here. What am I supposed to talk about?
I didn't think yourself would be like the best.
Revna trying to sneak in, going a little wonky foot there to defend herself on the way out. Wonky foot, not known for, you know, I had a train and it left the station and I wasn't on it, and that thought is long gone at this point. Ooh. A good dagger beat followed up by a fantastic riposte from Revna there. Right to the center chest.
It was a double. Yeah.
That was a double kill?
Yeah.
Ah, you guys suck. We like to discourage double kills in our neck of the woods, as if both of you were dead, no one gets to enjoy the sweet wine of victory. And also you can't loot the other guy, and quite honestly, that's kind of the whole point to get into a fight in the first place. It looks like our fighters have agreed to another couple of passes and then they're done. Quinlan's eager to take a piece out of your cameraman because of all the shit he's been talking recently. We shall see if she is able to do so. My assumption is that you will make a valiant effort of it, and she might even get a bunch of good touches on me. We'll see.
Good. I did the thing. I did the thing, and I did the other thing. Damn it.
Danelle doing 3 things out there. Very proud of her.
3 incorrect things.
Ooh, not so proud anymore.
At least I'm honest.
Hi, Honest. I'm cameraman.
Good, you're too young to be my dad.
Whoa. There are multiple jokes I could make there, but out of respect for Danelle and her father, I will abscond.
Yeah, you got it. Good arm.
Trading an arm for a life seems like a good deal to me. What about you, Claire? All right. We've got the peanut gallery over here. I think my favorite bit is me asking you questions and you just one word answering me. It's gotta be the best meme of 2024 so far.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You are. Like, you ever heard of Abbott and Costello? Those guys? Who's on first? Yeah. You are definitely Abbott, and I am definitely Costello. No repeat questions. Claire does not have time to entertain my fancies. Almost said fallacies. Should not have said fallacies. That doesn't make any sense in this context. Revna throwing her gloves out of joy to finally be done. Look at this sweaty face.
Yeah.
All right, this ends this segment of Cock Talk.